Hello guys, and welcome to what I can only describe as one of the most random games I have ever played in World of Tanks. As you can quite obviously see from the starting up team lists, this is a bollocks match and I'm in a stock Panzer IV. Not entirely stock, there's a better gun on it, but mostly this is going to be a horrible, sad experience for all three of our platoon. Basically why I'm filming this one is just to show one of the most glorious moments we have ever had. It's a pity we didn't actually get the TeamSpeak recording because, safe to say, I fucking died of laughter and Wash was having trouble breathing and turned into an asthmatic for the next 10 minutes. However, I think summing up in the replay it'll give a pretty good explanation of why this was just so glorious. So, just starting it off, and as you can see, standard enough match. We're on whatever the fuck map this name is. I've completely and utterly forgotten because I've only played it twice in my life. And as you can see, we're in a fairly terrible platoon. I'm in a Panzer IV. Everything is stock apart from the main gun. I believe there's one engine upgrade. Wash is in his fully upgraded Panzer IV, and Wyatt, trailing behind us, is in a mostly stock Churchill 1 apart from the 6-bender. As you can quite clearly see, we're just deciding to follow the crowd. We see a bunch of fairly well-armoured tanks, so we're just going to tail along with them, hide in a bush, and try and provide some sniper fire into the less well-armoured tanks of the team. Wyatt behind us is cursing at his inadequacy of being a Mexican and firing a 6-bender into every building that he passes, so nothing's different there. And we're slowly... Oh, and whatever over there is big and scary. Unfortunately, in the replay, my icons aren't coming up as they should, but I believe that was a tier 7 medium. Can't quite remember, but we decide, well, fuck that, and turn around immediately. As you can see now, there's about 3 tanks in mid at this point on the flank we're on now, which is the one line. There's about 4 or 5 enemy tanks being spotted, so we know there's about at least 4 tanks on the other side of the map. And, if you look over on your map down in the bottom right corner, you'll see there's only 2 allied tanks opposing them. So we go, fuck it, we really need to try and do something over there and decide to redeploy. I'll just fast forward 20 seconds here to get rid of this boring travel. Stock Panzer IV is not exactly quick. Skip 20 seconds ahead, and we're still not there because stock Panzer IVs. What an enjoyable experience this is. And as you can see here, I found a river. And splosh. I decided to turn my Panzer IV into a submarine and cross. Now, as we arrived at this situation, it got incredibly shit. The 3 tanks over here, 2 of them are dead. Well, now 2 of them are dead. One of them was on fire, but it's more or less the same thing when your team decides not to pack fire extinguishers. Oh joy, the glorious of public players of mortal tanks. So as you can see here, I have elected to turn my Panzer IV into a mobile submarine, and I'm using it as a gun platform, while Wash tries to taunt enemy tier 7s, which goes as you would sort of expect. Oh look, I'm going to fire a 75mm gun. Wait for it, and yep, there you go, 235 damage. At this point, we're just calling for assistance because we know there is nothing we can do. We have 1 Black Prince and 2 Panzer IVs. We're not going to stop. Oh, nope, never mind, we have 1 Panzer IV. Oh, and here comes an EMX. And after doing 115 damage, I can safely say I've fulfilled all I need to do this battle, and prepare to run away after shooting the ground in anger. At this point, I'm already regretting every choice that my life has made that's left me to this point, because there are now, hang on, 6 enemy tanks, I believe 3 of which are tier 7s, and the rest are probably 6s, because, well, God is a bitch like that, isn't he? So, under the natural strategies of every tank combat doctrine I've ever seen, in a situation like this, run away is the best option. I decide to hold here. And this is where one of the most glorious moments ever, just ever. I now elect to try and drown the bastard, as why not? Well, every single tank was just to show as well that E25, I apologise, he also has a bad day and while trying to get his remote-controlled go-kart out of the river drowns himself. The Panther's ammo then explodes randomly in the river or something and all of his health disappears, taking him down to 1. And we've now created a small tank graveyard in the middle of this lake. At this point, we are quite literally crying from laughter. I am struggling to take this in. Well, I've just witnessed an entire fucking platoon of enemy tanks dive bomb a Panzer IV in a river for no discernible reason. None at all. I have seen many videos on YouTube channels where tanks have completed... they've just done the most retarded maneuvers on the planet. But that quite nearly trumps all of them. They're now disappearing out of sight. This was more or less the end of this replay. The rest of it is just our tier 6s being hunted down and mercilessly murdered by KV2s, but that moment alone just needed to be shared with everyone. It just had to be done. More of these will hopefully come up soon, and I'll perhaps make a compilation or two, because this is just so worth it. So fantastic. And that is the mighty Panzer IV.